Hello everybody and welcome to a special episode of How to Punish. Today we're going to be looking at Shang Tsung. Oh, it's finally out. I have no idea really how it's going to play. Usually I say, oh, so-and-so is a so-and-so, but I have no idea. I mean, the Kombat cast said he was a bit of a zoning character, but from the bits and pieces that I've seen of people that have accessed the character early through various means, he looks like he's a bit of both. So yeah, rather than me guessing, why don't we just go through and see what he can do? As always, we'll start off with his normal moves. So standing one. So he's got an 8-frame standing one. That's pretty decent. I'm guessing he can do 1-1, yeah. Back one is a 14-frame mid, which is -2 on block. So that was +1 on block, yeah. Down one, an 8-frame. Okay, so he's got an 8-frame down one and an 8-frame standing one. That's interesting because they're quite well. The 8-frame standing one's okay, but the 8-frame down one's quite slow for a down button, because usually they're, well, I say usually, a lot of the characters I play are 6 or 7, so he doesn't have the rain kick. I'm only doing tournament variations. Oh yeah, just to let you know, in the tournament variations, he doesn't have any of the ninja moves. So you won't be seeing any of that in this video because I just do the tournament variations. So I can't do the rain kick because he doesn't have it. 9-frame. Standing 2. -3 on block. Back 2. Ooh, that's a weird move. That's a mid. It sort of looks like a low. -6 on block. So this is what I just played against the Shang Tsung in ranked. Yeah, I know, it's silly, man. And this is what it was doing to me. I thought this was an overhead, but it's not. It's just a mid, so you can block that low. It looks like an overhead, but I mean, it's got quite a long range. -3 on block. How far away can you get that from? Okay, it's not miles away, but yeah, I know. It's really stupid, man. It's really, really stupid, considering the amount of marketing that they've done to show you that he's a ninja character. But never mind. So forward 2, quite a long range normal attack, so you got to be careful of that, because that's what this guy was just. All this guy was doing to me was this from long range, because I play Garrus and that outranges most of Garrus's normals. Down 2 normal, -7. Standing 3 is a high. Well, that doesn't look like a high, that looks like a mid, but it's a high, so you can duck it. And it's 0 on block, 11 frames. Back 3, 10 frames. And this is -9, so this isn't safe, but we'll find out later that this actually is part of a combo starter, as I've just seen. So that's really, to have a 10-frame low combo starter is really, really good. So be wary that this isn't, if he's poking you with this, he can combo it into this second part, but we'll get to that when we get to his strings. So 10-frame, back 3, -9, it's not safe, so you can probably you can check that with a down 1 if he throws that out. Forward 3, ooh. So this is all one thing. I'm not pressing anything. Forward 3 is a little run up, an overhead kick. Okay, that's interesting. -7 on block as well, so that's essentially safe. That's interesting. So if you see him running up towards you, what's the range? That looks pretty far. Yeah, not miles away. Probably about the same as Shao Kahn's. But it is an overhead. So, rushing spike. And it's -7, so be careful. What does it say? If this attack counters. Oh, interesting. Okay, then you got down 3, which is normal poke. 7-frame, that's really good. Okay, so instead of this is why he has an 8-frame. So you remember I was saying he's got a slow 8-frame down 1. It's because he's got a really fast 7-frame down 3. Bloody hell, that is really, really good. -2 as well, so he can poke the heck out of you with that. Because usually down 3s aren't that fast. So that's the trade-off, basically. He's got a fast down 3 instead of a fast down 1. Down 3 looks like it goes a bit further as well. Yeah, see? Down 1's whiffing, but down 3's hitting. So be careful if he's trying to poke you out with that down 3. That range is fast. The range is quite long for what it is, and it's quite fast as well. Standing 4. That's another high. So it's similar to his standing 3. He just turns around rather than kicks you with the front. That's a high. +1 on block. Throat kick. It doesn't look like he kicks. Oh, no, it does actually. I was like, it doesn't look like he kicks him in the throat, and then it. Yeah, no, it does. Ooh. So that's his sweep. That's a wicked looking sweep. He slashes the floor. -7. That's safe. I mean, we haven't really encountered many. None of his normals are really punishable, are they? From what we can see. -6, -7. Even the overhead is -7. Or they're plus. So he's got loads, and then it's just this down 3. That might even be hard to punish because of how low he goes. You're probably not going to punish that with a standing button, especially at 9 frames. And he probably won't finish that off either. I mean, sorry, he won't leave that, especially because the follow-up's -5. But as I said, we'll get to that in a bit. So back 4, that's his sweep, -7. Ooh. So he has this, and he has this. So this is forward 4. That is very interesting. Is they similar startups? Yeah, it's very similar startups. Are the animations different? No, I mean that's sort of like a mini mix-up in itself. This is a high, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's a mix-up, and that's +5 on block. So have to be very wary. Yeah, he does. Yeah. The coat is. I didn't have to unlock the coat. He just came with it. So I just, as you can see, I'm styling this. This wonderful little coat. Yeah, imagine if you didn't get the coat either. That'd be a piss take. But yeah, so be very careful because his forward 3 is an overhead and his forward 4 is a high. And I think if it's a counter hit, yeah, you get a crushing blow as well. So be very, very careful with that. And that's +5 as well. So like most of these, like Shao Kahn's +6, Sub-Zero's is plus. That's plus. So gotta be very careful with that one. And then finally down 4. That's sort of like Aaron Black's down 4. And that's got really, really far range. 9 frame startup as well. That's really fast. That hits you from miles away. Look, bloody hell. So yeah, it looks like he's got a really good poke game. And he's sort of got a little mini inbuilt mix-up with this forward 3, forward 4 as well. So loads of really... And this one, forward 2 is really far reaching as well. So... yeah, dang. Really, really good. Shang Tsung's got some really, really good buttons. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, good point. I got asked in chat, does he come with the movie coat? The answer is yes, thankfully, because that would suck otherwise. But there you go. This is the coat from the 1999 was it 1999? 1999 Mortal Kombat video. So yeah, that's all his special moves. He does actually have a crushing blow on his throw as well, which is his back throw. If he recently morphs back into himself and he does a back throw, he gets a crushing blow, which gives him a launch. So be very careful if he's morphed. If he just unmorphs and you see him dashing at you, he might try and back throw you to get the crushing blow. So the amount of time, I think it's 2 seconds. So 2 seconds of gain time is quite a lot of time for him to run up to you and get a throw. So be mindful of where he is when he turns back into himself. So now we'll go through his strings. So 1-1, -2, 1-1-2. So mid that knocks back, which is +6. I mean, he does knock you back, but I'm sure you're able to flawless spot that, or potentially interrupt it. And then he's got 1-1-4. Let me see if I can flawless block that. Draw Devourer. Yeah, options. Record. Oops. Why is he hopping? Yeah, you can flawless spot that, see? So, stop. I did do it the first time. Yeah, see, you can definitely flawless block that. So if you think he's going to do 1-1-2, you can definitely flawless block that. So even though he's +6, can you interrupt it with... You can't interrupt it, but you can flawless block it. Let me try one more time. Yeah, so you can definitely flawless block that 1-1-2. That's the thing. A tip with all of these games, a tip with all of these sorts of strings that you see that, like Scorpion's 2-1-2, Liu Kang's forward 4-3, up 3, they all, even though they're all plus, and sometimes they can feel really oppressive when you're getting, when the opponent's doing them on you over and over again, you do have the ability to not just to flawless. In some instances, you can just straight up poke through it, like Liu Kang's one. But a lot of the time, if a string is plus and mid, you're definitely able to flawless block the last bit. So 1-1-2 is +6 and knocks you back, but as you've seen, you can definitely flawless block the last hit. So be mindful of that. And then if he does 1-1-4, it's -8. So even though that knocks you back a little bit as well, that's not safe. So you got back 1-1, -11, back 1-1-2, -6. So if he stops it there, that's super punishable. If he stops it here, my man, that's safe. My man. That's really quiet. So yeah, 1-1 is punishable. Oh, bloody hell. There's a train right behind my house, and because I've got my windows open, usually when they're closed I don't hear it, but it feels like it's literally NoBoy353. Thank you for the follow. My man. Yeah, when my window's open, it scares the crap out of me. 1-1-2 is safe. It looks like you can probably flawless block that as well, to be fair. Ooh, but then he can do forward 1, down 2, which is an overhead, which is safe. Very interesting. I wonder if he can special cancel off that as well. I'm sure he can. Let's switch off block. So, oh no, it's a hard knockdown. Okay, so that's good. So you can't special cancel off that, but it does knock you down, so you can get the whatever he wants to do on wake up. On makeup, yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Let me see if I can flawless block that other one as well. I'm pretty sure you can, but I just want to double check. 2. Record. Yes. Oh, so you can. You can definitely flawless block the 2 as well. There you go. I mean, you can definitely do it. There you go. I mean, I just did it 4 times in a row. So if you think they're going to do 1-1-2, even though it's -6 and it's safe, you can definitely flawless block the 2. So it's good to keep in mind as well. Where did I get? Oh yeah. Oops. Cool. So that doesn't. You can't special cancel into it, but you can. You can't do it on block either. But he can knock you. It does do a knockdown, so be careful. 2-1, -5. Ah, so 2-1 is -5. My man. 2-1 is -5, and then he's got 2 things he can do on hit. So let's see what they are. So he's got. Why isn't this working? Hmm? Unique Legend 74, my man. Thank you for the follow. Oh, you have to do it fast. Can you do that on block fast then? Was I just not doing it quick enough? Oh, you can do it on block. Ooh, what the heck was that? Did it say overhead? Ooh, so that last hit is an overhead. -8 as well. So be very careful. He has to fully commit to that string. So you see that I have to input it really quickly. But that last hit is an overhead, so be careful if he's doing that to you on block. Because you can't do the third hit without the fourth hit coming out, so you just have to be very careful with that as well. But that is actually -8, so if you've got a 7-frame jab, how close does it leave him? I don't know, you might have trouble punishing that, but he's not safe. So if he tries to press a button afterwards, then you know you can just do an advancing button to catch him out. But if he does it in blocks, it might be difficult for you to punish. 2, 1, 4 is +4. I'm sure you can flawless block that too. I know I'll just keep trying it, but it's better to see if you can. I mean, flawless blocking, I don't flawless block as much as I should anyway, but it's better to see that you definitely can or can't, instead of trying it in a game situation and getting your butt kicked. So maybe there isn't a gap. No, you can't flawless block it. No, there's no gap there. Okay, so 2. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, where did my... Oh man, where did all my moves go? Oh, it's because I'm Devourer. I was like, where did all my moves go? Oh, yes. And then it's... let me try the other... Let me try the flamey overhead, see if you can flawless block that. Oops, no, that's not right. I jumped and I didn't even know what the move was. Oh, it's not fast enough. You've really got to really put that in fast. Oh, why am I so bad? Really? It'll be like the 4th one. I'm not going to bother trying. Okay, 3rd one. Oh, no, that was tough. No, you can't flawless block that either. So you have to be careful of both of those. If he's pressuring with 2 1 strings, you just have to respect it. And I think, as we said, so the first one was -6, and 2 1 4 is -4, so that's even safer. Yeah, there's no gap there, so don't try and punish that. Back 2 1 1. Oh, so that's so that's why I got hit. So this guy just did this to me online. I thought it was a special move. So back 2 1 1. See, again, you have to commit to the full string. You can't just do back 2 1. You have to do back 2 1 1. Goes overhead mid and is -16, so that's very punishable. But you might have a tough time punishing him from that far away. Maybe if you've got a 16 frame special move, like a slide or something, you could probably punish that, but you're not punishing that with any normals, because look how far away it pushes you. Okay, so let's go through the rest of his moves. Oh, and he can add a bit, that's interesting. Is that all of them? He's got a lot of strings. So back to 1 1 2. Ah, so the last bit is a high. So he wouldn't finish it with the 2 1 1. He'd finish it with the 2, which is actually a high. So if you duck the last bit, maybe you can get a dash punish, because you'll be recovering from the because this is -6, that's safe. So maybe if you block that last bit, the last one was -11, so maybe that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to duck the last bit. Oh, -16, sorry, yeah. So maybe you're supposed to duck the last bit, and then you can dash in and get a proper punish. 4 2 4. Oh, so that's what I was getting done by as well. 4 2 4 is a low, -11. 4 2 4 2. Oh, you can definitely, that's +4. You can 1,000,000,000% interrupt that. I'll show you. No. Record. Oops, if you block it low. Oh, no, maybe you can't. You can definitely flawless block it. Oh, I did hit him. Maybe the animation's already going. Yeah, 100, you can definitely flawless block it. Oh, if you block right. Yeah, so you can 100% flawless block that, but if you don't flawless block it, be careful, because I think it said it was +4 on block. Yeah, +4 on block, so that's super duper safe. And that's a mid as well, so you can't duck that. It's mid low, mid, yeah. And then you've got mid, forward 2, 4, 3, which is another mid. That's -5 though, so that's safe. 3 up 2. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Sort of like a projectile. So that's 2 lows. So it's mid, then low. What's -14? That's super unsafe. But again, it's like with all of his strings, it seems to be a recurring theme that all of his strings have a lot of stagger and they all tend to push you back. So even if they're safe like this, even if they're unsafe like this one, the distance that he pushes you back is preventing an easy reversal. Like that, it's -16 as well, but at that range, you'd be quite hard pressed to punish it. Back 3 up 4. Oh, so he's got a low into an overhead. I mean, that looks fairly reactable too. See? Yeah, definitely. Oops. Yeah, so if you think he's going to do the overhead, even on block, you can definitely react to that. Doop doop. And then ooh, so you can continue the whole thing. So again, he has to fully commit to his string. So it's mid, overhead, low, mid. Jeez Louise. Ah, so a 6-frame poke. Alright, thank you, Initiate Feed. Yeah, no, I thought you could. I mean, so somebody just said in my chat, Initiate Feed just said in my chat, the +4 string can be interrupted by a 6-frame poke or parried. Tested with Liu Kang earlier. So if you play a character with a parry, then, or you have a 6-frame, so Garrus has a 6-frame down 1, so I'll be able to interrupt that. I mean, you can definitely, it looks like you can interrupt it, but I'll just, because Devora's standing 1 is 7 frames, that's why I guess it wasn't working. But thanks for that, man, I appreciate it. So yeah, if you've got a 6-frame normal or a parry, you can interrupt this string. So be ready. I mean, he can do it into that, but if you get the read. Oh yeah, and this weird string as well. He has to commit to the full thing, but it's low, overhead, low, mid. So if you don't block, if you don't interrupt that overhead, and he does the rest of it, low, overhead, low, mid. And then finally he's got down, back 3, down 4, which is -5. So that's really, really good. 10 frame, low starter. Yeah, that's what I could see, Initiate Feed. He's saying a 7 frame down 1 trades, but it's very strict timing. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was getting the counter hit on the standing 1 when he did the in between the 4 and the 2, but I was still getting hit by the final 2. So it was coming up with counter, so I was hitting him in between it, but I was still getting launched. So it didn't look like it was a good trade. But yeah, trying to do 7 frame down 1 frame perfect interrupts with 180 ms online. Lol lol lol. Like you said, down 6s work. So sand boys. Yeah, so this is really good. Back 3 down 1 is a 10 frame. Yeah, I agree with you as well, Papa. If you play with a parry, you're a bad person. Not really, but that's just the sort talking. So back 3 down 1 -5 is safe. So back 3 is -9. It's not safe, but you can special cancel that. You can definitely special cancel that. Maybe you can't. Oh, you can't. So you can special cancel the back 3, but you can't special cancel the down 4 afterwards. That's interesting. And it gives you a knockdown. Yeah, very interesting. I was like, surely you can special cancel it. So you can definitely cancel that. You can, the 10 frame back 3 you can special cancel, but obviously that gives you a knockdown, so you can't. But yeah, he's got a lot of really good strings, it looks like. I mean, a few of them, let's put them up. Oops. So there was this one. No, this one. I think it was this one. Oh, that's a crushing blow on it as well. So the overhead that knocks you down, if the chop hits by itself, so sort of like Garrus's overhead 1-1-1, it gets you a crushing blow. Where's the other one that was plus? This one. Yeah, this one's 1-1-2. It's super. You can definitely shut up, train. 1-1-2. You can definitely flawless block. Remember, that's an overhead, is -8. You can't do that one, but these two, that you can definitely flawless block, and you can interrupt with a 6 frame poke or a parry if you have one, and then 1-1-2 you can definitely flawless block. So remember what I said. Any string that has that is plus with a mid ender, generally it's not. I haven't tested every single one, but generally. Has the ability to at least flawless block, if not interrupt. So, as I said, Liu Kang's forward 4-3, up 3. If he commits to it, he's 7 frame gap. So you can, if you have a 7 frame button, you can interrupt that. And same thing with this one, as Initiate Fee just said in my chat. You can interrupt that with a 6 frame button or a parry. And now for his special moves. So he's got a million constructs, so we'll go over those separately. Okay, so we'll do these ones first. So he's got Fire Skull, that's just his standard MK Fire Skull. So if he does it in your face, -14, but he can amplify it, -10, and he can amplify it twice, so it's actually +4 on that last one. So if he amplifies it that many times, he's actually plus on block. But it does have a lot of pushback. Are they? Let's see what they are. Are they high? First one's high. High, mid. So if he amplifies it twice, you can duck both. But if he amplifies it 3 times, you have to high block the third one. Ground eruption. Can you amplify this? You can amplify it. So ground eruption. So I was getting hit by this. It's -11. What happens if the first one hits? So if just the first one hits, it's -39, because as you can see, he does 2 regardless. So if he does them to you at an odd range, the first one is super duper punishable, but then the second one's -11. And then the third one shoots off into the distance. This is like his main, and then the third one's plus on block. So it seems like, obviously, in this game, I say obviously, you guys might not know, in this game, frame data varies on projectiles depending, again, generally, depending on how far away they are. So you'll see that Flame Skull is -1 here, but if I do it in his face, it's -14. So, something like the amplified ground eruption is going to be plus, because you're not able to hit them with it from any range. You know, this, you can only hit with it from one range. It's like this. He's close enough that both will hit, so he's -11. But if you just do this one, so that the second one doesn't hit, you're -39. So just pay attention where he's doing the ground eruption from. And there's a bit of tech from Mustard as well, PND Mustard. He said that you can flawless block the, if you think they're going to amplify it, you can flawless block the second one, and then try and get a punish. Let's see if I can do that. I almost did it online, so we'll see if I can do it in a practice scenario. Nope. Wow, that's much harder. Have to do it a bit earlier. Man, I'm struggling. I mean, he did it, but he's much better than me. I've actually seen him do it, so. There you go. Hey! So you can flawless block it. Whoop. Okay, so I've got it 1 in 10. 1 in 11. Be careful when you're blocking it too. If you let go of block too early, you're going to get hit with the back one if he amplifies it. There you go. Ah, okay. So there. So you can do it. I mean, it's quite tough to do because it comes out from the ground, so it's a bit of a. I'm sure as people's matchup knowledge improves, you'll be able to flawless block that much more consistently. So you can do it. You just have to be on point. And then, yeah, it's easier to... Oh, really? I didn't even know GTA 6 had been announced. I mean, this is Shang Tsung's bread and butter, the Soul Steel. -25. He can't amplify on block. So if he Soul Steals in your face, you can properly get a punish on that. But just to talk about the move in itself, it's not necessarily a how to punish, but more of a PSA. He Soul Steals you, he turns into you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 seconds, and then if he amplifies it, it lasts for longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 5 seconds not amplified, 5 seconds unamplified, 9 seconds amplified. And the thing is as well, which you have to be very aware of if you guys don't know, if he turns into you, he gets access to all of your moves, obviously because he's turned into you, but he also gets access to all of your crushing blows. Even though they only do 50% damage, but be very, very careful, especially, like I said, I'm a Garrus player, so if he turns into me for 9 seconds, if I start whiffing stuff, he's going to get me with a sand trap or a, you know. Morning Targaryen Tantrum. Hold on, I'll talk about that in a second. studying the tapes. Yeah, so be careful. And also, another weird thing with this mechanic is... Oh, okay. That's fair. 4 and 8. Start counting at 1. Yeah, so between 4 and 5 and 8 and 9 seconds, depending on how you count. So just be wary. So the amplified time of it is almost double. Yeah, so he gets access to all your crushing blows, but at 50% damage. And if he turns into you and your, so if it's a Shang Tsung mirror match, if he turns into you, he gets your crushing blows of Shang Tsung for 50% less damage, and then he gets them. He still keeps his own ones. So, if I'm Shang Tsung and haven't used any of my crushing blows, and I soul steal you and your Shang Tsung, and I do whatever the crushing blow requirement is, when I'm at you, I'll do your one, not my one. So even though it'll only do 50% damage, essentially, if it's a Shang Tsung mirror match, you both have access to double the amount of crushing blows. So it's another thing to be wary of if you're a Shang Tsung player. You get access to 2 sets of crushing blows, which is mad. But yeah, good point from initiate feed. You just have to be careful where you're counting from. So this is the move that people what part of the reason why the developers think that he is a Zoni character, because I mean he's got the eruptions, he's got the skulls, and then he's got this move. So what this does is, which he has 3 ranges for, this is close, this is medium, and that's very far, and then he's also got far as well. So it's like Garrus' Sand Trap or Scarlet's Tentacles. He can do it full screen. And as you can see, it goes the whole screen, and it is an overhead. So it sort of works like Sonya's little turret thing that she drops on your head. It's faster than that though. Minus 16 on block. So if he does it in your face, you can definitely punish it, but he can also amplify it, as you saw, which makes it a low, and it increases the range massively. So that didn't hit. Let's see. Can you see? That didn't hit, but when I enhanced it, let me see if I can do the far one. When I enhanced it, even though it didn't hit, my man, you still get caught in the impact radius of it. So be very careful. If he's trying to zone you out with these corpse thingies and he amplifies it, you can still get hit by it. So, oh yeah, actually I'll tell you after this. And then finally you've got Sorcerer's Rush, which is a slide move, which is a mid, minus 17 on block. This generally seems, from what I've seen in its practical uses on day 1, this is generally used as a combo ender, so that you get corner carry. So I think his combos will look something like, I mean I could be wrong, I haven't practiced at all, so I might not get it, but isn't it? Oh no. Oops. Oh. I mean, it's that into Soul Steal or Sorcery Rush. I mean, that's a super easy combo to do for 290 damage. That's 1 bar and he turns into you. Or, as I said, the Sorcery Rush. 300 damage, and you get the corner carry as well. So that's usually what I've seen Sorcerer Rush used for. It's just to push them full screen. But yeah, what I wanted to say as well is, because I've gotten talking about his throws, is that his forward throw does less damage. As you can see, it only does 100. Oh no, it's back throw. His forward throw only does 100, but hold on, if he put it on 1%. So usually throws do 14%. His one does 10%, but as you see, it heals him. So be very, very careful when he's forward throwing you, because he will get life back from it. And then his fatal blow, I'm not going to show you. Oh, well, looks like I am going to show you. I was like, I'm not going to show you it. I mean, it's pretty cool, but I just wanted to show you that it's a mid. If you guys haven't seen this already, I'm sure you guys have all seen the trailer, but so I'll show you it on block. Oops. What? Oh, just did it. I was like, why can't I do it? So it's got quite a long wind up and then 23 frame punish, so minus 23, so it's super punishable. But it is a mid, so you can't duck it. Does it look like... Can it be used as an anti-air, do you think? Let's have a quick look. I'm sure it can. I mean, generally they can do, but it's safer just to double check, I guess. Yeah, I mean... You saw it just absorb the armor of it and just... So it comes out, it takes quite a while to come out. But I guess if you do it earlier, it hits them while they're in the air. So yeah. Can be used as an anti-air. So be careful when you're jumping in on him. Can he do it? Can you neutral jump it? Let's check that quickly. So no. So it's sort of like Scorpions, and it's sort of like the Collector's one. It stays out for quite a long time, so you're not able to jump over it. So yeah, be careful, be very, very careful. If he's got a wake up and you're trying to do like a neutral jump or something for Oki, then be very, very careful. He does have a similar throw, doesn't he? But yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I think... Oh, no. What am I talking about? He's got the other spec. I have not seen anybody use this spec, but let's just see what the differences are. He's got a couple of different moves. So let's change that off, because every time I reset, it's going to go ding. So he doesn't have any different strings, but he's got Screaming Soul, Scatter Soul, and Soul Well. So these are his moves in this. This old man Shang Tsung looks sick too. So Screaming Soul, that replaces the Fire Skull. Ooh! That was the amplified version. Jeez Louise, it's like Cetrion's Fire Blast. It says you can cancel it. Oh, you can hold it! So that's sort of like a little mini mix-up. So if you see him hold it, he can actually cancel it by pressing down. But then if he amplifies it, it goes full screen, exactly like Cetrion's Fire Blast. So maybe this is more of like the traditional Zoni spec, trying to keep people out of that. But that does replace his standard Flaming Skull. It's got a little bit longer start. What is it on somebody right in your face? It's a high, so you can duck it, but it's -2. So it's actually safe even if he does it in your face. And the second one is a mid, so you can't duck it, the amplified version. Scatter Souls, -6. Ooh, what the heck? So that's +5 on block. So that's safe. And you can do the same thing. So you can hold it. Don't know if that does more damage. That makes it safe. Hold on, let's see what it does on... So normally it does 60 damage. That's quite a lot of damage, but if you hold it, 120 damage. So that's almost a throw. I mean, you can cancel it without the cost of meter, so that's pretty good. And then if he amplifies it... Oh, so it looks like you get like... Can you do like a restand? You can't combo into it like that. Oh, and he doesn't have the up... So he doesn't have the volcanic things anymore. He's got these instead, which you can amplify as well. And they have quite a lot of pushback, it looks like. So I'm sure you can flawless block that, but... Mid. Quite a lot of chip. I mean, to block all three of those. So that replaces the up brimstone things. What, you mean the this one? Or this one? Which one? The back forward 1 or back down forward 3? It's so well. Ooh. So he throws that out. Oh. But I mean, it looks like it's going. Something's going to it. Oh, so he can put out this soul well thing, and then the more damage he does to you, the more he heals. So it went away there. But if you see, so it heals. Oh yeah. So it heals for 40, but if you absorb it again after doing damage, it does 75. So this is a weirder spec. This doesn't look like you have the same level of combo potential, but this looks like sort of like Cetran actually. You've got one spec which is more like a combo-y sort of, you know, like with the aggressive teleport with and the tracer bubbles, which has a combo extension, and then you've got this spec which seems more like a traditional zoning, especially with this. Like Papa Mash in my chat just said, you can't jump over that. So you just have to block it. If you want to chip somebody out at close range, you have to be careful. And they can hold it, and you can cancel it as well. So that's where the mix-up for that will go. But yeah, I think so far from what I've seen, the first variation is with the up thingy is the more practical combo one. But then this one seems like a more traditional zoning one. But yeah, that's it for Shang Tsung. He seems like a really, really cool character. They've put a lot of effort into him. All of his animations and all of his... You can see with all the Kung Fu, Tai Chi stuff is super awesome. They've given him the coat from the film, so that's an automatic +1. It's a shame he doesn't have the ninja variations in this, but as tournament only specs. But yeah, just make sure that you don't let him get away with free pressure from those plus strings, which are either flawless blockable or interruptible. And then as we get better with the matchup and stuff, you'll be able to see more and more in regards to flawless blocking the projectiles and stuff as well, and stopping what is considered, I guess, to be free pressure. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thank you very, very much. I think it's a bit longer than usual, but as we learn more about the game as well, I think they're going to go on for a bit longer because we're going to think of more things that are punishable as opposed to the beginning where I didn't really know much about flawless block and stuff like that. So yeah, as I said, this is on my stream. Follow me. Yeah, 100%, man. You can make the AI variation have the ninjas, so at least you can still see it. But yeah, make sure that if you like the video, hit me with a like and a subscribe, because I'm going to do this for all the characters in the game, so all the DLC characters, all the original cast eventually too. Hit me up on my stream at Sodium Gym. I stream 10 till 3 GMT every weekday. Follow me on Twitter at Sodium Gym. That's where you're going to get all the live updates of stuff of when I'm going to be streaming, etc., etc. So yeah, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for everybody in chat, like Initiate Feed and Papa Masher, for getting involved and giving me some tech. And always remember to stay salty. Thank you very much, everyone.